morning, Subah Noor. Assalamu alaikum. This is Taj English Academy and I am your lecturer, Dr. Taj Firdousi. Well, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to tell you something, the importance of communication. What is the meaning of communication? Communicate. Communication is noun and the verb is to communicate. Past, communicated. ing, communicating. So, the meaning of communicate means transferring your ideas to someone. What's the meaning of transferring your ideas? You have something in your head. Your brain made some structure to transfer these ideas from your brain, from your head to someone you want to say, you want to convey. So what is that you do? You try to say that your ideas, go to him what you have, and that person will communicate, answer. When there is a question, there is an answer. There is a question, there is an answer. Someone says something and you will answer. Someone will ask and you will answer. Someone will talk and you will say how things are. So we understand that there is communication. Communication is done from one person to the other or others. To other means the person you want to say will hear that sound from his ears, will convert the sound into the brain with the picture in his mind here. So when you say coffee, so the word coffee will go here and then it gives the information that there is a cup of coffee. I want. So the idea is understood. The listener will say that he wants. What? A cup of coffee. The word a cup of coffee. These words will go to his brain and the picture comes there and that picture gives the information. A cup of coffee is in English. It may be in their language, but the same picture stays there. I want. So the listener will understand I want means he wants something. He wants. If he says, mujhe chahiye, the same meaning I want. So what that man wants. And ana urid, mujhe chahiye, I want. Ana abgha, ana urid. So, any language, when spoken, if the man, the listener understands the language, will know what the speaker wants, what his ideas are. Are they communicated? Yes. If that cup of coffee is in the brain, is in the head, and the man says, I want a cup of coffee. So he understands everything that that person is in need of a cup of coffee. So, the language plays the role of ideas from the speaker's mouth with the sound waves. And it goes to the listener's ears, the sound waves. These waves are converted into the image, the meaning, the picture which are inside. For that, William Wordsworth says, They flash upon my inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. He speaks of daffodils. He says that the daffodils, the flowers, they flash upon my inward eye. He says that those daffodils, which he sees outside, and when he comes back, he closes his eyes and he remembers them, then he sees the real picture in his brain, in his mind, and then from that inward eye, he writes these poems. These poems, written by William Wordsworth, all about nature. He sees the nature, he puts that and stores them here from the eyes, not from the sound waves, from the eyes. Then it will go inside the brain, and from the brain the ideas come out, and the ideas take the form of the words, and the form of the words in writing. So the communication came from seeing, from transferring to the brain, and then again changing into the words, and then in writing. How many stages are there for a man to communicate? There are many stages. In the beginning, when the world was new and the existence of man was only just for some beginning time, when there was no technology and there was nothing like anything more a man can make. So, what was there at the time? At the time when the man had no techniques, no words, no language, so how did he communicate? So those people who lived in the caves, in the forests, who had no language, they communicated because they were living together. So the man said something. He communicated through his sound, through the actions. No words, no language, only the action. He is angry, he is happy. So that language is communicated, and if he wants to say those people to go, he will say, So that means to say go. The idea is communicated, so there is communication. So ladies and gentlemen, the communication starts with the ideas, the expression of ideas. In what way? It can be through the sound, through the eyes, through the movement of the body, through the writing, through the signs signals. Through the signs, one by one I will say. Number one, the first thing that came into existence to communicate was the body movement. So when the man says something happy, and he says, the body movement, angry. See, this is the movement of the body, and everything that a man communicated was through the movement of the body, and that was the dance that took the form of a dance. The first communication was the movement of the body. Through the body, he communicated. That is called the dance. The second communication came with some sounds from the mouth. Something which is very common, something very angry. So that means go, go, go. That's the sound acted. The first the body, the second was the sound. So the communication started slowly, one by one, one by one. Now we have different forms of communications. What are the forms? Speaking, listening, signals, sound, colors, writing, and pictures, and beautiful language through your mouth. So, ladies and gentlemen, the language that comes out from your mouth is the best way of communicating verbally. If it is in the form of writing, the writing script has got many different forms. In what way? Is it something like formal or informal? And the third way of communication is the signals. The signals like the road signals. Stop, it's that one. It says that one. And road hump, it says that picture. That's that. And the number 80 kilometers. Those are all the road signals. And when there are pictures, we can understand not to swim. So the man is swimming and there is a line cross. Smoking, cigarette and cross. So these things communicate you. Even the animals communicate. The birds communicate. Everything is there in the world that speaks, that creates sound, is capable of communicating. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an introduction to the communication. In my next lesson, I am going to teach you what are all the best way of communication and which are all the ways we have to and which is the best way and what is the role of the language, the sound from our mouth is the most important. So, regularly I am going to start my work from today. So communication is my first lesson and I have started to give you, and please watch my videos on Taj English Academy. Taj English Academy. If you are the Hindi speakers or Urdu speakers, please go to my next channel, that is Taj Urdu TV. Taj Urdu TV, where I am teaching grammar for the basics, for the intermediate and the higher one in Hindi and Urdu through that medium. Inshallah, we are going to meet again. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. It's my request. And send this to all your friends, because the more you send, it is the service to knowledge, to humanity. And inshallah, you will be rewarded for that. Thank you very much. Jazakallah. Very soon you are going to have lecture 2 on communication. This is lecture 1 on communication. Masalam. Take care.